Let's head straight to our conversation for today. Former Minister of Information and PDP chieftain Professor Gana has stated that Peter Obi would defeat any northern candidate in the 2027 presidential election if he returns to the People's Democratic Party. Speaking on Arise Television, Gana stressed that Obi has strong support in the northern part of Nigeria and that PDP remains a grassroots force across Nigeria. He disclosed that efforts are ongoing to bring Obi back to the party despite his recent interaction with the African Democratic Congress. Gana, who is part of a PDP search team for credible candidate, admitted the party mishandled Obi's exit in 2022. He said Atiku Abubakar should have stepped aside or offered Obi the vice presidential slot in 2023. According to him, such a move would have strengthened the party and possibly altered the election outcome. Addressing the PDP's internal challenges, Gana described them as issues limited to a few elites in Abuja, insisting that the wider party base remains strong and committed. He recalled the party's dominant performance in 1999, highlighting its foundational role in restoring democracy to Nigeria and affirming its slogan, "Power to the people." Let's get talking. We still have Barrister Sofeli. Thank you so much, Barrister, for hanging on.
Very well.
So what do you see? What's your take on Jerry Gana's submission?
Well, funny enough, I thought of this before in the past, that Peter Obi should go back to the PDP. But when you look at it, you look at the current leadership of the PDP and the presence of people like Wike, Damagu, and some other persons who have interests, and look at the construct of the National Working Committee, you have some palpitations. Okay, ordinarily, Obi's best bet is to go back to the PDP.
Really?
The PDP is a grounded political party, known, have made its mark. It can be easily rejuvenated. It's a much more fertile ground for Peter Obi than even the Labour Party where he is right now. Okay, where it's one trouble, 1 week one trouble, 1 day one trouble. So, like Jerry Gana suggested, he said the problems within the PDP is about the few elite in it, and that can easily be resolved. So, if there is a uniformity, it will be, because for me it's a good advice, a good counsel, except for the hitches that must be cleared. Okay, if we'll be getting this outlandish support from Jerry Gana. Jerry Gana is another statesman. He's one of Nigerians' most refined politicians. But has been in government so long than ever. You understand? You understand? So it's one person who exactly understands what he's saying. It's not just talking.
He's just one stakeholder that hadn't, moved from one party to another. He's always stuck to the PDP.
Yeah, it doesn't be moving from one place to the other. And the suggestion he's making is a very viable one. For me, I have thought of it before, that Peter Obi should go back. Now that Atiku is away from PDP, he should go back there.
To meet Wike?
Yes, to meet Wike, it can be resolved. Wike is not fully in the PDP. It's one leg in, one leg out. He's just hanging to destroy what is left of the PDP. But he can be corrected. You can actually speak to Wike and get him. There's a way his issue with the party, Peter Obi and other, can be resolved. If he has the support of Jerry Gana have 1 or 2, 3 persons too who respect him. With him, Obi and the rest, they can actually go around and do the leg work. If it works, fine. If it does not work, I mean, not everything will work. But for me, I think that is a better ground for Obi than the ADC.
But metaphorically, Wike is like a virus to the PDP. And the best way to deal with the virus is not to pamper it.
Yeah, what Wike is doing, many people would have done the same thing. You know what they did to Wike? Wike, who believed in the party so well, funded the party. At the point when the party was crashing, he was there. After everything, he was betrayed by Tamboa and Okowa, and who? So having dragged in, he swore to destroy the party.
Yes.
That's only what I want to tear it apart. But when you look at it, Peter Obi hasn't really done. I don't think there's any evil or betrayal or that is of reckoning that Peter Obi had done against Wike. So if you want to give it human face, Wike is a difficult nut to crack. If you want to give it a human face, can Wike be appealed to from that standpoint?
But with someone who has given his voice to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has endorsed him for 2027 already.
Yes, he has endorsed him. Endorsing him does not mean Peter Obi cannot contest in PDP.
But that does not mean he would work for Peter Obi.
Yeah, it doesn't mean work for Peter Obi. What Nigerian politics today is no longer about your political party. The Wike that we're talking about today is not yet in APC. It's still in PDP and he's still working with the president. So has the president sacked him because he has refused to defect? No.
But we all know that his spirit is there, and the spirit is the most important thing.
Yeah, it's even a minister under the same. Is a minister under the same political party that he fought against.
Yes.
You understand? So today's politics is no longer by your political party. People are going to ADC today, and before you know, that coalition will produce some house members, some.
Yes.
You understand? Yeah. Like Labour Party produce some. The ADC already won't have lawmakers. ADC have lawmakers in the past poll. You understand? Where Kachukwu and the rest of them went there to get political upliftment and relevance. So, for me, I thought of this thing because let's check the boxes. Peter Obi in Labour Party with the current chairman, the two factional, the center is not holding. There are allegations that one of the factional chairmen is working for Tinubu.
Aburi, that is.
So at the end of the day, you see that it's not even a ground where he can stand. Then let's move him to ADC. The ADC coalition where you have Atiku, El-Rufai, Amechi, former Senate President, the Benue man.
Okay. Yes. Is it George Akume?
No, not George Akume.
The military man.
Yes. So by the time you put all of them together, and the same ADC is saying there must be no favoritism, there must be no what do you call it now? Consensus candidates. That all the parties are equal and they should go to the polls for a primaries. Primaries where Atiku is with Obi. Obi cannot clinch it. So you see that is a block. APC, ADC, PDP down. Which other political party have capacity? Is it SDP? Is it SDP that just suspended their file? SDP that is against the coalition. Where is that where Obi should come from to go? So PDP is a big, broader party. It should go back to.
But don't you think this confusion that they are creating are making things easier for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Well, there's no way they will not politic to find their bearing. Because the ADC coalition would have been a viable option. You understand? But I'm just saying for Peter Obi,
yes.
If you will make it, he cannot make it under the ADC as presently constituted. Because he's going to go to the polls. Obi's popularity is masses oriented. Masses don't vote in primaries. You understand? Atiku's popularity is elite driven. They are the ones that submit to primaries. They are the ones that are delegates. So Atiku can easily pick it up. So I'm not analyzing for Obi, yes, but I'm saying his best bet,
yes, is
to go back to PDP. Because as it stands now, we don't even know the presidential candidate for PDP.
No, they don't.
Since Atiku left, nobody is looking like it. So why don't you go there, pitch your tent with them? You were there before. He was a foundational member. He was a governor under PDP. So what is there in Labour or in the ADC coalition? Really, if you want to talk about party experience, it's for him to go back to PDP. The day Atiku left, that's the day I told myself, Obi should go to PDP. From there, he can build whatever. It's even easier for him to go to PDP and contest as a running mate than for him to go and do coalition and do running mate. Maybe they can have an agreement after this time, then you understand. But that is not even my ambition or my desire for him, for Obi. He should go to that PDP, play the politics with them, emerge the flag bearer. If he emerge a flag bearer in that PDP, and the obedience comes, because obedience are largely Southerners.
Yes.
And PDP is a Southern-oriented. Then the support it gets from the North. There are some Northern states that are strong on PDP. So that's what I think. I don't think except he wants to go and start his own political party. It's late in the day. It's late in the day to do that. Even the obedient something party that apply for, I don't think he is involved in that.
I don't think he is.
So what else are we saying? He has to join the PDP. That's what I think.
But
except I'm not thinking clearly. But that's the best bet for him.
But for Nigerians, especially the vulnerable ones who are going through so much in Nigeria, the best option is to get Tinubu. That is the most important thing. Get Tinubu out of that seat. It doesn't really matter how we need to get him out. Get him out of that seat.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But look at the. You call it confusion. Look at the politicking going on. The politicking that have Atiku not respecting any other consideration other than his. Then a Labour Party that is unstable for Peter Obi. You understand? An SDP that will not welcome him. You understand? It's only the PDP that have their arms open. It's only the PDP that we've not seen who is saying, you see PDP in Delta State, they're even scouting for people
to join.
In Delta State, yes, they're looking for who is left, because everybody moved.
Oh.
They're looking for word, going from word to word, and say, we want to know who are those who have disagreed that we just pick you, make you a ward leader, go and recruit people. We are trying to come back. Not everybody agreed to follow them now. PDP is at its lowest ebb now. The way PDP is now was how PDP was in 1999. When the likes of James Ibori and others, when they were all coming out to contest, people were saying, this one you are coming out. Even if you win, military will still cancel it.
Oh.
That was the nobody who was Ibori's opponent in Delta State? Who was his opponent in the governorship? It was walkover.
Really?
And before you know it, the democracy is 26 years. Yes, because we're just coming out from the Abacha experience, from the military era and the rest of that. Look at what happened before that Third Republic. The Third Republic was short-lived.
Yes.
So, what was the motivation that the Fourth Republic will not be truncated after 1 or 2 months? Because the Third Republic was the shortest. It was the shortest.
Yes.
And it gave birth to the Fourth Republic. So the Fourth Republic, people were not interested. that this is going to see any daylight.
But the difference was that at that time they had no strong opposition like we have today. Today APC is a very big thing.
Yeah, they had no opposition. Like it's the same thing we were saying. They had no opposition because nobody thought it was going to go anywhere. The military was still in the corner. They were still there. When Abu Salami was handing over to civilians, it was not all the soldiers that liked it. It was not all of them that liked it. That was why when Obasanjo took over, all the military officers that have headed, that have been, that have headed states, that have headed any political position were all retired. They were over 100 plus, forcefully retired.
So as to avert.
Yes, now they are the ones. They are the ones that have tested it down that side, and they are the ones that they will not allow the Fourth Republic to rise. He retired all of them. That was one of the strategies he used. From there, little, he was able to complete the first 4 years. Came back again, completed 8 years. That was when people now woke up. Now this thing is going to be like
tangible,
this.
It's good.
Before then, people that went to just try have become governors for 8 years.
Yeah, because I remember Ojus Okalo in one of his interviews said he practically funded the PDP.
He did. He did. He was one of those who the PDP started from one room in Victoria Island. You know, just people just came together and said, this man is dropping off this. They started thinking about a new way, because then what you have was the SDP, NRC,
yes,
the old those political parties. You understand? And before you know it, see where we are now is 26 years. Just like that. So that is why you are now having heavy opposition now, because we are not going back to military rule again.
So it is interesting now.
Yes, so we are not going back to military. So what I think Obi should do for me, I think PDP have his whims and caprices. You understand? But if you ask me today to join a political party in Nigeria, it's PDP. I'll join.
But let's take a look at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's effect, especially coming from 2014. Let's give him the flowers. He did a lot. If not for him, Muhammad Buhari would not have been the leader of Nigeria. And today he has succeeded President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the reason was because the man Bola Ahmed Tinubu was like the fulcrum. He had everything locked down, and he was able to galvanize everybody to himself.
Very well.
Do we have that kind of effect right now? Do we have that symbol
left in the APC,
left in the opposition, that might do something that would pose as a great danger?
Well, you may not have the exact and same of what Tinubu is, but at least you have the Jerry Gana that is speaking. Experience is inspiring that move. Experience is inspiring that move. You understand? Jerry Gana have considerable experience. He knows what he's saying. I had thought about it. I didn't have the courage to write it or to post it. You understand? But I thought about it. Peter Obi should just go back to where PDP made him.
Yes.
He should go back home. That's what he should do. Because the political temperature right now, anywhere he goes, there's a blockage. In ADC, Amechi will not allow him to do any.
Yes, very true.
Amechi is already saying he's contesting. He wants to do one term. Atiku is there. So at the end of the day, 3 of them will go to the polls, primaries.
And obviously, Atiku would take the.
And by that time, it will be late for him to pull out, because by that time, PDP would have they would have created their own candidacy and all that.
But let's take a look at
this is the time. This is time to leave.
Very true. But let's take a look at the character of the man himself, Peter Gregory Obi. People who have worked with him closely have stated that he is one person that you can't predict him. He is not certainly difficult to work with, because you don't know where he's going to. He's always very careful of what he would say. If you would turn around to use what he has told you to come against him, and you don't know where he stands exactly. How do you think it's possible to motivate this man, Peter Obi, to do what the people are asking him to do?
He is approachable now. One of the things there is that he's approachable. And the moment Jerry Gana spoke, he got the message.
But Kenneth, the lawyer, said, especially when they were having issues with the Labour Party, Kenneth said that he had told him to leave Abure alone. But just at the time he had agreed to leave Abure, he went there and sat with him and had a good night.
Peter Obi had no choice than to leave. Kenneth was right. He has to leave Abure.
But he did not.
No, he will leave Abure to where? As at that time, where will he be going to? As at the time Kenneth told him, where will he be going to? When Atiku is in the PDP, to come to PDP, to play with Atiku again? He couldn't have left to nowhere. He will leave to somewhere. And Kenneth should understand now. You understand that this is the time he needs to do. Because Kenneth has already swore he has nothing to do with APC again. Not so with PDP. You understand? So there's a need for, because PDP earnestly want to go back to the center. That's where they were before, for years, for 16 years. They want to go back there. And the shortest cut to go back there is with a viable candidate that is sellable all over the country. So you should use a Peter Obi to get back to the center, then continue your this thing. That's it, because he is a byproduct of the PDP. He was a governor of the PDP for 8 years. So I don't see anything wrong with him going back to the PDP. Let him go there. Let him face the problem he's going to face there. Because he left that political party when they were having issues with the flag bearer and candidateship and all of that. He left the PDP to Labour, where he is. Sorry, I made a mistake. He was a governor under APGA. Yes, partly APGA and partly PDP in his 8 years.
Okay.
Before he left for
the PDP.
For PDP, yes. Or he served under APGA for either of the two for the 8 years before he came to PDP.
Yes, he was solely with APGA. I remember when, because people still use that to taunt him when he said that he would never leave APGA for any party.
He's in APGA, not PDP. So that should be corrected.
So he was with APGA, then PDP, then Labour Party. Then we do not know where he is now currently, but he's still with the
Labour Party.
The Labour Party.
At the last count.
Yes. Well, this conversation is actually very interesting. I love the permutation. Usually when I watch Ghanaian TV station during the election cycles, you see all of these permutations happening, and it's so interesting when you watch them discuss all of these things. Mahama, the current president of Ghana, had no choice or had no opportunity, but because he was the Obi of the Ghana people, they voted him in and all, and it was all because they had an electoral system that were intentional.
Yes.
They were corrupt free.
Yes.
All of this conversation we're having today, awesome, great, but when we do not have an electoral system, that
it goes to no issue. It goes to no issue. That's the sad thing about it. So there's no way we'll permutate from now to whatever if we don't have that electoral reform. We're still going nowhere. We have not even legislated the beavers and all other machineries and equipment that will make the election free and fair. We have not legislated them. We do not know whether in the next 2 years it will even go through legislation, because the person that ultimately signed it is the current president. So we don't know how far.
And our legislators are not even making any move to get that
So
to the table.
it appears that they like the way things are because it keeps them in office.
Yes, they rather love the indigenization. Though Carlo has dropped the indigenization thing.
He has dropped
it.
The bill.
Yes, the bill. You know, so those are the things they are very so concerned about, rather than, you know, put in these laws that will make Nigeria a better place.
Yeah.
That's the time we have for us. I would love to say thank you. Please do well to visit us. You can always find us when you see us at Enterprise TV and news.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. Thank you so very much, Barrister, for being here.
Very well, it's my pleasure.